Hello, Group 1. If you chose the Happy Vibes Cup with the Way of the Panda Tarot, you have reached the career, work, or education meeting. So, what does the collective need to know about their career choice, their education, or their job at this time? What does the collective need to know? Some cards are falling out. I'll see how many cards there are. So what does the collective need to know? I'll take that one. About their job, their education, or their work, or their career. Split it into three. And we'll put that to the side, and I will see how many cards came out. So we have the Ace of Wands in reverse. They're all in reverse. Let's see. Okay. Knight of Pentacles in reverse. And the Hangman. Ooh, very heavy energies today. That's what I was saying on the outset. Okay, I get it. Ace of Wands, Knight of Coins, and the Hanged Man. That says the Hanged Panda. I almost said it that way. So, okay. A little lightness in the dark doesn't hurt, right? But they're crossed by the Three of Coins, the High Priestess. The cross cards are always read upright. And the Seven of Wands. There's still some stressors going on. Okay. We have two extra cards that I'll keep sort of as clarifiers. So we have the Two of Coins and Justice, which makes sense with all these stressors going on. You wouldn't have wanted it to end at the Seven of Wands, right? There's jostling for position, and you have the one panda still with the wand in his hand, usually in the I'm trying to remember the image. I believe there's the seven people fighting with the one person that has the sword. I'm sorry, I'm saying the sword. Oh my goodness. So I gotta look up seven. I'm gonna look if I hope I remember. I will look up the Seven of Swords also, because sometimes Seven of Swords and Seven of Wands, and I also think about the Five of Wands and Five of Swords, very similar energies close to each other. So I will look up this Seven of Wands with the Seven of Swords for you, because I'm getting an energy that there is some maybe combativeness, or maybe it's for people who work in very physical jobs, or maybe there's some competitiveness. Maybe there's some sports people here, athletes, people who maybe work in places that you need to be tested. There are maybe it's summertime here in the East Coast. Maybe there's lifeguard tests, um, police academies. I know the firemen have a lot of physical tests as well. So you have a lot of these classes. Uh, I believe, I'm not sure if the ROTC have drills. I'm sure they must, right? So I'm not sure how many drills. I just know like those specific ones do, and of course people who go into healthcare, you have other things to do, other certifications you might have to take, like CPR. And hopefully I'm reminding people, if you do have intention to go into these types of fields, you will have to do some physical work in order to get your certification. And maybe look online. They might have some free tutorials that you could look into and brush up a little bit, or those who have to retake the exams, because those also need to have, you have to become recertified within, some of them are every year, some of them are every 2 years. So just check your card if you had been certified before, and you might need CEUs. Okay, so I see the Two of Coins and the Justice card rounding out this reading for clarifiers, and the bottom of the deck energy are the Lovers. So what I see here, with respect to career or anything like that, of course, I hope you know it's hardly ever a good idea to take on a lover at your job unless you go into a job with your significant other, and of course have everything in writing. That's always the best thing, because your agreements are always worth the paper that it's written on. That's always the best advice that I've always heard, and I will impart that wisdom onto you. So what I see here, I pretty much gave it to you with here some struggle and strife. um, I would see there's maybe there was a downturn, some the Ace of Wands in reverse. Maybe there was some job loss, or there could have been an unexpected downturn. For example, those in healthcare fields, there's certain fields that a certain type of job loss you can't help. There's certain things that require authorizations, and or if it's specific, like for example, hospice, you need authorizations. But then also the nature of hospice, unfortunately, is the end of life for each patient, and once that patient is gone, you have to kind of wait for your next case, as morbid as that might sound. So if you have a situation like that, I am so sorry that is, I mean, bless you that you are strong enough to deal with that type of, push and pull on your emotions. And, I know people who do this, even in my own family, who work this type of vocation. I recently had situations that the clients had passed on, and I could tell you it's just heartbreaking, and it's a very hard energy to take on, and it doesn't matter how old the patient is, and it's just it's hard. But I do see there's a Three of Coins, so there might be at least three offers coming on the table, or that were on the table in your recent past, and you may have felt that even though you made the choice, you didn't choose the one with the best pay rate, but you went with your intuition. See, sorry, I'm trying to pick up this one. So this is the Knight of Coins is in reverse. So that's always the slowest knight in the deck, as they say. So this is crossed by your challenge card is to use your intuition while choosing your next step. However, my intuition is telling me you snooze, you lose, because the nature, even though you might be getting these by, online or what have you, there's so many different types of ways you can get your job information or school information or what have you to, be notified, even if it's through friends or word of mouth or, family, whatever it is. Do yourself a favor. Don't take too long. There's a warning here, okay? Because use your intuition. You don't have to grab the first thing that comes, but you can study about it, think about it. Don't make excuses. I'm very surprised when you see somebody that's very intelligent make excuses about things, you know, because what's going to happen is you're going to wallow in that energy, and it's not going to put you in a very good place. Because yes, you have bills to pay, and you got a lot of things vying for your attention, and then you have people coming at you. And if you're an adult, you know, and maybe you got a divorce or something like that, you got, you know, the even it doesn't have to be a divorce. You have bills to pay. You might have children. You have a lot of different areas where you need to focus your attention and you know put money towards. And if you're taking too much time, I'm sorry to. I have on the jazz and the commercial came on. And I apologize. I didn't realize it. Okay, now what I do see with the cards that popped out when I pulled those two. So now the nice thing is, so they were kind of tangled up in these three choices, and then maybe the one choice went away, and at some point you'll have two choices instead. So I don't know if these are two new choices or two from those three choices that might resonate with you, that are the two top choices, which is nice because guess what? Your bottom of the deck energy is about choices, right? So that's why I said it's good that this came out. So you will have choices. And the nice thing that you will know is in the end, you will make the right choice. So what does that mean? What is the right choice? What resonates with you? So let's see if we can find out through the oracle. Let's see, what can we find? How about life purpose? Life Purpose by Doreen Virtue. Let's see what we could find here. I'm just going to move the bottom of the deck energy up here only because it would make the pile uneven and maybe you cannot see the card. Oh, this is funny. Look at the bottom of the deck. Justice, justice. And it kind of matches. Tell me that doesn't match the colors. It's like it took these colors and swirled it into the little globe here. Now, wow. And what was I saying during the outset? Okay, if you're feeling some kind of way, this is a message for those who need it. Maybe do some yoga and deep breathing, and it might be able to help you, especially if you're in that hangman energy, to make your decision. Okay, it says your life is enhanced by yoga, stretching, and exercising. I was a personal trainer. I wore many hats, and many times you're gonna hear me say I was this, I was that. I always pursued my thing is never have regrets, and I had made a pact with one of my cousins. So it's whatever the passion was, we went for it, and I went about it. I have a Mercury in Taurus, and I'm a Gemini, so I went after whatever it is that I had my mindset on. I cannot speak by rote. Obviously, you see me forgetting everything. That would be impossible. But anyway, exercise, move your body. Yoga is gentle exercise. I don't mean like pound it out. If you're not a runner, don't be a runner. Swim instead if you have access to a pool. If you have like a YMCA, or any place that you go to, always just double check. If swimming is what you want to do, make sure they have that pool. Don't sign up blindly and then find out, oh, they don't have a pool. Never do things and say, oh, well, Auntie Lola said, no, I said, check your facts. Always check. Get things in writing. Okay? Always do your homework. Okay? Don't get yourself in trouble. All right. So that just kind of was stuck in the box. And I like that for you. Now let's read your justice card. Okay? This is your career brings fairness and protection to others who need your help. Now, if you remember on the outset, I read about there was a card and I said, thank you to all the caregivers out there or the officers or people of service. And that's what maybe somebody is going into the Justice Department. I was just talking about people needing their CPR license or needing certifications renewed. So if you're going into those vocations, I know that there is a high need right now. The only thing I would say is to double check that you can do the hours. The hours are no joke. They are very hard to fulfill. Make sure that you're up to it. Okay? That could create this also. Sometimes it's not about the money, it's about the time. Make sure if you are looking for family, work-life balance, always double check salary versus time versus schedules. Okay? There's these three things: salary, time, and schedules, not just your own. Okay? Aries, Taurus, sometimes Leos. I'm guilty of this too. When I was much younger, I used to just work, 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 run in here, run in there, work, work. I had 5 jobs at one time. A lot of side gigs, a full-time job, taking on this, taking on. I still tend to take on this, book on this, book on that. The good thing is, like when you book little side gigs, and families know this too. A lot of times the side gigs are short term and just bear with the person. But of course, person, keep in mind that your family is important too. And so are the boyfriends and girlfriends. They're not going to sit around and wait forever. Don't do it every holiday. Try to get coverage, okay? It's not fair. All right, now let's move on. What does the collective need to know about the choices that they should make within their work situation or education? I see one popping. Writing. Okay, anybody is looking into writing, there might be some online opportunities. If not, make sure the place has good hours for you, good salary, and maybe a good distance that's not too far from you. And virtual work at home opportunities might even be a better option. It says you heal, inspire, teach, and entertain with the words that you write. Okay, so, all right, I dropped the card, but that's not one of these cards. So let me try, I'll pull 3. The other 2 just kind of came out by itself. And if the Justice card comes out again, we know that that's meant for your reading. Here we go. Trust. Trust your feelings and dreams to guide your career path. So many of you are on the right path. That's what that tells me. Many of you are on the right path. Now you see some feathers, an orb. Maybe some of you will go into the holistic healing. Maybe some of you might work with animals. Maybe something with birds. It's pink feathers. Maybe you go to a place like Florida or the tropical islands, or you'll study angels or even oracles or something like that. Writing with that, maybe make your own art or something along that path. Okay, so that's 2. What does the collective need to know about their work, education, or career? What does the collective need to know about? Whoa, okay, so this is what was popping out. Here we go. A career change. Some of you, and I think it was for that work-life balance that's coming to mind, might need a career change. It says you're embarking upon a career that brings you the joy and abundance you desire and deserve. So I see this one popping out too. Let's see if it gives you, my goodness, look what just came out. Didn't I just mention animals? It says you understand animals and communicate with them intuitively. Trust your inner guidance. Let me switch hands here. As animals are a part of your life's work. Do you know that I switched my career slightly? Because I was working with youths, and because I couldn't find the right hours, I started working part time with animals, and now that's becoming more and more what I'm doing. Of course, I still work with ewes, but right now my main gig is the animals, and I'm enjoying it quite a bit. And I would say it's very fulfilling. I would definitely, if you want to do it as a side gig or something, as long as you like it. And I do have allergies, but the more I'm around them, the less it bothers me, to be honest with you. So to me, there's no excuses. There's resolutions. And that's something I always come up with too. I always say that my suggestion, if you're having a problem, you don't go. I even tell my boys this. You don't go to your bosses with problems. You come to them with solutions, and I hope that helps somebody too. So let's see. One more thing I almost forgot. I got the tiles, the chips. So if you're wearing headphones, please put the volume down and I will shuffle them. And the red chips are, I think, the vowels, and the blue are the consonants. And we'll see if anything resonates. Maybe names of careers, names of people that might help you along. So if you have a R, E, N, Q, T, Q, T. Somebody thinks you're a cutie. Be careful with that. You don't want that at work. Maybe if you met somebody at school, that's okay. Or on the way to work, that's fine. Oh, I got Zen, Z-E-N, Zen. T-E-N, 10. Maybe instead of, 9 to 5, change your hours. 10 to 6, right? That's what I used to do when I changed states. There was no way I could make it to my same job. If I was living in a different state, how was I going to make it to my job at 9 o'clock? And then be gone because I had school too. There was no way I was going to do that. So I said, can I switch my hours for 10 to 6? And then I had work. Maybe my work was about, I would say, 15 minutes from my school. So it worked out that, my class started like at 6:20 or 6:40, whatever. So I was able to do that. And, so I said, okay, can I work from 10 to 6 instead of 9 to 5? I was a manager at a hospital. So, my work was my work. I had a schedule, of course, but it didn't require seeing patients or what have you. So, I had payroll and stuff like that. It was a different type of thing. And when I didn't have school, I could make it regular days, regular time. But typically, I changed it based on the commute, and that worked. So, try to see if you could work within the system. You know, it's better than being late every day, right? So, like I said, come with solutions, not a problem. Don't be late every day, and then you think about it after you see your manager doing this to you. My watch is here. You want to see them doing this to you all the time. You're not a child. I find this to be insulting. I think that's ridiculous. But at the same time, why are you showing up at the door late every day? You're not supposed to. Your responsibility is to be on time or early. So, you know, try to meet them in the middle. Make a suggestion. No is no. And if you feel eventually you can't frustrate them, and then you frustrate yourself. You don't want to get fired. You don't want to get a bad reputation, right? It's not their fault. It's not your fault. But don't make it your fault. Don't get a bad reputation because, what I used to do sometimes is start cleaning in the morning. Don't do that. Maybe fix your bed, take your shower, and go. Maybe somebody else needed to hear that, okay? I was like you remember Monica from Friends? I was the Monica. I was clean, clean. Okay, so now I fixed the letters. So we have R, E, N, G, U, Q, I, Z, W, F, T, H, TMD. So being that we have two T's, let's pull another one. The J. For some reason I want to say Jenga. Let's see, can I? No, it's not that clear. I would bring the camera down, but it's not really. Let's see. It's not really that clear. Sorry, everybody. Let's see. Does that help? My goodness, it doesn't matter what stand I use, does it? Okay. All right. So let me try to do a little. So of course, I put the Q and U together. So I see quiet, maybe a library. So if somebody's thinking of library sciences, that takes a master's. Ring. Oh, ring. That a lot of people, the electronics, right? Or big thing right now is the I mean, everything online is big, right? So you know, oh my goodness, I hate that I forget words. I'll think of it, but you know, anything to do with programming, electronics, or you know, things like that, definitely are always good. I mean, even now, you know, I'm sitting here in the air, enjoying it. I mean, I'm still hot because it's an old house, but still. I see MD, doctor, of course. What else do we have here? Oh yeah, EI. Here we go. For some reason, I thought of tie. I was thinking of, you know, design, right? Make your own clothes. Of course, I saw quit. Somebody's thinking about quitting their job. Make sure you have something, you know, I would say not quite. Not quite. Maybe that's this energy here. Somebody's feeling like just throwing in the towel. Just be careful when you feel like that, okay? Oh, and look what I found. This is fun. So, should the collective choose option one? Let's see. Oh my goodness, I can't see it. Where'd these bubbles go? Sorry, guys. It's. Wait. I think the water is kind of kaput from this. I can't read the whole thing, but it says it's no. It's a no. Okay, so it says the option one is a no. Now there was one with the three. So is option two the better choice? Let's hope I could read it this time. Let's see if I hold it upside down. Oh my goodness, I don't think I'm gonna do this one again. Magic 8 Ball! Please read for the collective. Is option 2 the better choice? Okay, what does that say? You know what? That just means do not play with the magic 8 ball. We'll just use that clearly for entertainment and for show. So you won't leave your future in the hands of a magic 8 ball. Okay? So we got ring, we got EI, don't quit, MD, ZWF, anything beginning or ending. I did say animals. I don't know if somebody's looking maybe to volunteer at a zoo. Um, there's owls, wolves. I'm trying to think what else. Fowl. I saw birds, right? There's JTH. Um, and pile number 1, my friends, that is all I have for you today. So if you liked what you saw and you want more of this, please remember to like, subscribe, and share the content, and we'll keep this channel going. Thank you so much, and I will be off to pile 2 in your love reading. Thank you for being here. I truly appreciate you. Bye.